I'm Anna, and this is my August TBR Chaos. For those of you who don't know, I created a board game based on the Parcheesi board. This is a Parcheesi board. And this is my TBR Chaos board. We called it TBR Chaos. I'm saying we because Helen from Helen's Bookhaven had a say, and Steph from Steph Lives also had a say, although the final idea was mine, but they helped me get the prompts and the names and stuff, so thank you, girls. So TBR Chaos is a board game. I throw 2 dice and move on the spots. I don't have challenges yet, although I'm planning challenges for next year. So stay tuned for that. But so far, what I'm doing is I get a different prompt, and I have some kind of a challenge. But let's get to it, and I'll let you know. Okay, so last month we ended in Bookathon. That was the last prompt we got. So let's roll. Roll number 1. 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yay, blind pig! Let's see which color the cover must have. And that is a 6. That's yellow. Oh, this is going to be hard. Well, luckily it's not that the cover is yellow. Okay, so I'm back. And I chose the books that I found that have yellow somewhere on the cover. And they are The Vanishing Half by Brit Bennett. The second one in the In a Winter's Promise, the series, the Clair de Lune. I don't know, but it's like The Disappeared from Clair de Lune in Spanish. It's by Crystal Dabas. Then Flame in the Mist, that is the bi-monthly book club pick for Mystic Reads, and it has a bits of yellow there. Frankenstein by Mary Shelley. I got the classic. My whole life I wanted to read the book. I know the story quite well, but I never got it because I wanted to read it in British English when I was in Britain. I completely forgot. Yes, I don't know. Things happen and your brain plays with you. So yes, I got it recently, and look at this gorgeous edition. And yes, I love décolletés. Against I know that's an unpopular opinion. And The Prince of the Sun, or The Sun's Prince by Claudia Ramirez Lomelí. She's a big booktuber in Spanish from Mexico, and she wrote the trilogy, and this is the first one in her trilogy. I don't know the name of the trilogy itself. I'll add it somewhere here, but it sounds quite a nice and easy fantasy to read, and it's not a thick one. So let's see. I'm scared. Okay, now I'm going to set the books on the floor. And don't laugh at me, I do have my Sullivan slippers, but what can I do? I'm going to blindfold myself, but first I'll set the camera. I had to grab the blindfold again. I had already chosen a book, but this beautiful phone of mine decided to stop recording again at the moment I chose a book. So I am blindfolding myself again. So, okay, I cannot see a thing. Oh! Oh! Okay, I am blindfolded. Hope you can see my face. And ooh. Okay, this one. I don't know what that is. Ooh. Oh yeah, Flame in the Beast by René Adieu. I'm back after the blindfold, and the book I got was Flame in the Beast by René Adieu. This is, I believe, the first one in a duology. I'm not sure if it's a duology or it's going to be longer, but it reads, the only daughter of a prominent samurai, Mariko has always known she'd been raised for one purpose and one purpose only, to marry. Never mind her cunning, which rivals that of her twin brother Kenshin, or her skills as an accomplished alchemist. Since Mariko was not born a boy, her fate was sealed the moment she drew her first breath. So, at just 17 years old, Mariko is sent to the imperial palace to meet her betrothed, a man she did not choose for the very first time. But the journey is cut short when Mariko's convoy is viciously attacked by the Black Clan, a dangerous group of bandits who's being hired to kill Mariko before she reaches the palace. The lone survivor, Mariko, narrowly escapes to the woods, where she plots her revenge. Dressed as a peasant boy, she sets out to infiltrate the Black Clan and hunt down those responsible for the target on her back. Once she is within the ranks, though, Mariko finds for the first time she is appreciated for her intellect and abilities. She even finds herself falling in love, a love that will force her to question everything she's ever known about her family, her purpose, and her deepest desires. Set against the backdrop of feudal Japan, Flame in the Beast is a passionate, action-packed adventure from #1 New York Times best-selling author René Adieu. I am excited, and I love phoenixes, and I really needed to get to this book in August anyway. So, yay! Roll number 2. 7. That's 2, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, cookie truck again! So, as you saw, this is my main challenge. And it is to choose a book from my cookie truck. Here are a number of books. Let me show it to you. A number of books that I have not read for different reasons, because I've been avoiding. I don't know why. Or because they're too big. Or because they're too serious. Or I don't know. But let's get to the cookie truck. Gosh. Okay. I got one. I don't want to see. I'm going to leave it there. I hope. Okay. What? Oh, okay. The Three Musketeers by Alexandre Dumas. So, The Three Musketeers, I think we all know the story somehow, but is the story of the Queen's Guard. Athos, Porthos, Aramis, and D'Artagnan, who's the guard captain. I don't remember the names of the army, of the spots they had, the positions they had, but I know it happened in France, and in the France of Richelieu, and I know nothing else. I don't even remember the time it is based on. Let me try and find out. Oh, 17th century. It's set in the 17th century in Paris, I believe. And I always watched everything and anything that had to do with it. This book was bought secondhand. It's a little bit destroyed. And this is, 631 pages. 32. Good beginning of the month for a hard one. Roll number 3. 6. Lent book. For Lent book, I chose Singing Under the Shower, or Singing in the Shower, by Jorge Marona and Daniel Samper. They're Colombian authors, and on the back it reads, their are thousands of people who dream on becoming sopranos or baritones. They're not less than those who just wish to just know how to tune properly and sing things like, I don't know, just shout the art part of music. So this book is for all those people. It's written by two geniuses of humor. Jorge Manonna was a member of Le Luthier. There's a very, very famous group of comedians, amazing people and amazing musicians from Argentina. And Daniel Samper is an recognized author from Colombia that's also a journalist. And it says there's like, it's going through the whole music history. So yeah, I'm quite excited. It was lent to me by a very good friend of mine. I haven't talked to in years, by the way. So Edgar, if you're watching these, I'm finally reading these, and we have to meet somehow so I can give it back to you. Roll number 4. 10. Another cookie trap. Oh my gosh, what a month. And we're not finished. Okay, and this month, instead of 1, I got 2. Interesting, right? Okay, so let's move it. Okay, I'm scared. I am scared. Wait, what? Whoa. Okay, my phone stopped recording at the wrong moment, but it was Black Leopard Red Wolf by Marlon James. So I really hope, I think it looks like you got to see it. So yeah, I mean, I don't want to cheat, that's the one I got. So, okay. Black Leopard Red Wolf by Marlon James. I had no idea what it was about. But I'm going to read what's... Oh, it's the first one in a trilogy. I just discovered. I hadn't even looked. Okay, it says it's volume 1 of the Dark Star trilogy. And it says, Tracker is a hunter, known throughout the 13 kingdoms as one who has a nose, and he always works alone. But he breaks his own rule when hired to find a lost child. He finds himself part of a group of hunters, all searching for the same boy. Each of these companions is stranger and more dangerous than the last, from a giant to a witch to a shape-shifting leopard, and each has secrets of their own. As the mismatched gang follow the boy's scent, from perfumed citadels to infested rivers to the enchanted darklands and beyond, set upon at every turn by creatures intent on destroying them, Tracker starts to wonder, who is this mysterious boy? Why do so many want to stop him being found? And most important of all, who is telling the truth and who is lying? Drawing from African history and mythology and his own rich imagination, Marlon James weaves a tapestry of breathtaking adventure throughout the world, at once ancient and startlingly modern. And against this exhilarating backdrop of magic and violence, he explores the fundamentals of truth, the limits of power, the excess of ambition, and our need to understand them all. Okay, I think I could quite like it, and it has a blurb by Neil Gaiman, and I absolutely love Neil Gaiman. And I discovered it's gorgeous. Well, no doubles so far. Roll number 5. 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Second chance. I decided to try again and get to read The Red and the Black by Stendhal. I just know he's a French author. I know absolutely nothing about it. I know it's a classic, I believe. And I was supposed to have read it by for Eurovision-a-thon, but I never got to it. And I don't want these to get dragged to the end of the year. So yeah, I'll let you know what it's about in my vlogs. Roll number 6. I'm scared now. 7. Again, what's with 7 this month? even page number. For even page number, I got for the third or fourth time Children of Virtue and Vengeance by Tomi Adeyemi. This is YA fantasy. Is the second one in the Legacy of Orisha series. And it's a story of Zeli and the Orisha people who are forbidden to use magic by a new ruler that gets to power and has a trauma. Something happened to a family member that, I mean, there's romantic here. There are a lot of things. It even has a bookmarker in the first chapter. So I'm going to read the back because I don't know how to explain it to you. I read the first one a long time ago. It says, after battling the impossible, Zeli and Amari have finally succeeded in bringing magic back to the land of Orisha. But the ritual was more powerful than they could have imagined, reigniting the powers of not only the Magi, but nobles and magic ancestry too. Now Zeli struggles to unite the Magi and in an Orisha where the enemy is just as powerful as they are. When the royals and the military forge a dangerous alliance, Zeli must fight to secure Amari's right to the throne and protect the new Magi from the monarchy's wrath. But with civil war looming, Zeli finds herself at a breaking point. She must devise a way to bring the kingdom together or watch as Orisha tears itself apart. I really loved the first one. First one is their journey to until they're able to their journey to be able to spark the magic back and give it back to their people. And I really have no idea. I've heard not so good things about the second one. People were expecting something completely different. I don't know what I'm going to think about it, but I'm really determined to finish the duology. And what seems to be my last roll of the month. 3! It was the last one! Wonderful! 1, 2, and 3, and that's adult. An easy one to end. I'll be reading The Hating Game by Sally Thorne. This is the bi-monthly book club pick for the Contemporary Book Club organized by Steph from Steph Loves. And I'll link the Twitter down below. And we chose this for July and August. I have no idea what it's about. It seems like enemies to lovers. And I'm not that fond of that trope, but maybe it's an entertaining and interesting one. Who knows? I just know it's an adult contemporary. Ta-da! And finally, in the month of August, I'll be reading The Bands of Mourning by Brandon Sanderson. I'm buddy reading these with my friend Catherine from Catherine Reads. I'll link her Instagram down below. She has a Bookstagram account that is totally worth it. And she's a very beautiful person, so you should follow her. What are you doing if you don't? So this is the 6th book in the Mistborn series. And by Brandon Sanderson, and it's supposed to be a YA, but as far as I'm concerned, it's relatively YA until Mistborn number 3, which is the Hero of Ages, and then from number 4 it's adult epic fantasy, and it follows the same world than the first Mistborn, but it just keeps the same magic system. It's completely different people. A different moment is posterior to the first trilogy, but it's totally worth it. I'm at this moment reading the first one, The Alloy of Law, and I'm loving it so far. I'm nearly halfway through and I'm loving it. So I'm quite expectant to read the second one later on this month and the last one of the 6 Mistborn in August, and I don't know what's going to happen afterwards. I think it's because me but not Mistborn anymore. This month I'm just going to participate in the Royal Readathon, readathon-wise, because it's too much, and I decided August I would take it easy as possible. So whatever books from here fit, I'll fit. Whatever not, I will find audiobooks on script, and that's the best I can do for the month. It is organized by Becca from Becca Fowl. I'll link her channel down below. Well, I'd rather link the Royal Readathon announcement so you can check it out. From number 1 is Olive book that is less than 300 pages, and for that one I chose The Red and the Black by Stendhal because It has 283 pages. So it's perfect. Second prompt is Mushu, Book with the Dragon. And for that one, I'll try to finish The Priory of the Orange Tree by Samantha Shannon. I have to read most of it yet, so yeah, it works. And I don't want to keep in Dragonhead. Especially because Kevin from Much Ado About Kevin, I'll link them down below, still waiting so we can discuss the book. Prompt number 3 is Sebastian, Book with Music. And for that one, I chose Singing in the Shower by Jorge Marona and Daniel Samper. Then it's Gaskas, a cheesy book. And for that, I don't know how cheesy it's going to be, but I chose A Hating Game by Sally Thorne. Then Chip, a middle grade. And for this prompt, I'll read The Short Collar by Zila Bethel. And I know nothing from this. It looks like an adventure middle grade, but it's a middle grade monthly book pick of the month of August. Then Hi, I believe it is a book with a comedy or with a funny character. And for that one, I chose The Three Musketeers because I believe it's Porter's. One of them is very, very, very funny. That I remember. So I knew I had to choose this one. For Pascal, colorful front cover, I can talk today. I chose Black Leopard Red Wolf because it's like green, there's blue, pink, purple, black, white. I mean, there are a few colors in here, so yeah, that's the most colorful I can do for the moment. Next prompt is a book with a greedy character. For that one, I chose Children of Virtue and Vengeance. Next prompt is Ray, a book with death. And I'm not sure if I can use any of these. If I can, I'll use Children of Virtue and Vengeance. If I cannot, I don't know if it's Death in the Red and the Black by Stendhal. I have no idea. So I'll see what I can do. And then 10, Pegasus, a book with mythology. Then, if I can double up or triple up, then I'll use one of these. If not, I'll try to use an audio from script. But those are the two prompts I'm basically missing. Okay. Me, again, on another day, and I'm sitting on my chair and I just remembered, I forgot many things. And I thought, I'm not going to participate in readathons. Yeah, I didn't know the ones that were coming. So, here's the thing. I'm participating in my own read-along. And that is What-along. What-along is a read-along organized by Cici from Cici's Reading Journey, Melissa from Roquette Reads. I have a crazy cat. Okay, Cici from Cici's Reading Journey, Melissa from Roquette Reads, and by me! So, we are going to read one book per month because we thought more would be too much. We know Daniel Green already organized a read-along, but they're reading 2 per month, and I think that's just reading these and nothing else. This first book is 800 in my edition, at least 846 pages, so it's fine to read in a month, and is the first one in the world. Trust me, I have no idea what's happening. It's the first one. The Eye of the World is the first one in the Wheel of Time series by Robert Jordan. This one has a TV show coming up in Amazon Prime in November. So we decided to start reading in the month of August. Our first live show is going to take place on the 4th? 7th? On the first Saturday of September. And Cody from Cody's Book Corner is going to be with our first guest. I'll link our Discord down below. Also our different socials. Our different socials like Bookstagram, Instagram, and Twitter, so you can join us on this journey. And I know it's a long journey. It's reading one book per month, but that way I don't think we'll have time to get overwhelmed. And we'll have different guests each month. I'll link my announcement video down below, as well as Cece's Reading Journeys announcement video, so you can check them out if you're interested. But I really hope you can join us. If you can see, oh gosh, okay. Okay, ooh, my hair, I nearly lose half of it. Okay, now, with this on, let me talk to you about the books I chose for each readathon and each prompt. Now, during the first 2 weeks of the month of August, I am participating in two readathons. One is an Enneagramathon that is based on your Enneagram type. So there are teams, and your team is the number that corresponds to your Enneagram type. I got 3 main types, 1, 8, and 5. So I decided to try with 1 first to see how I get along with people, and then choose to try 8 on a following edition if there's more, and 5 in another one to see, you know, how I feel in each of them. So for that one, I will be reading the group book. Well, Enneagram Type 1 is a Reformer. And then the group book is The Perfect Marriage by Geneva Rose. This is a group book that I got on ebook. Then even page number, which, wait, I think is this one. Yes! Okay, for which I chose Children of Virtue and Vengeance, and that will help me finish another series this year. This is the second one in the Legacy of Orish's duology, and this is a fantasy YA that I think I already talked about, so I'm not going to repeat myself, by Tommy Arayami. Okay, crazy cat. Then, next prompt is 5-star prediction, and for that one I chose... The Three Musketeers by Alexandre Dumas, and I already read The Count of Monte Cristo is my favorite book of all time, so I'm expecting this one to be another 5 stars. Then, A Seemingly Perfect Character, and for that one I'll be reading Bunch of Morning by Brandon Sanderson. This is the last one in the second Miss Bourne series, or the 6th one in the Miss Bourne series, as it is classified by Brandon Sanderson. And it's an epic fantasy series. I believe it's already adult. Yeah, I want to finish recording this today, if I can. Sorry, my camera stopped recording. Is it going to stop again? I hope not. Okay, so, Bunch of Morning that I'm buddy reading with my friend Catherine from Catherine Reads, and link her Instagram down below, and we're having so much fun reading this series, and I think everyone should read this. Oh my god, mariachis. Oh, this time. Oh, stupid people on a Monday. Okay, there you go. So yeah, that's what, not this. That's what I'm going to read for these readathon. And it's just 1, 2, 3, 4 books, which is amazing. If I have time, I'll read more books towards fulfilling the prompts from other teams that gives you double points, I think, or higher points. So I'm quite interested. Now, there's another readathon that is taking place from the 1st to the 15th of August, and I thought this a great idea, and it's the Merlin Readathon. And I don't even remember the organizers right now, I'm sorry, but I'll link their announcement video down below. I know one of them is Bambina Katrina, and I don't know who the other one is. Sorry, I didn't know them before I got to see this readathon, so I'll add them the pictures and or names, and I'll link them the announcements as I said, so you can check them out. But I thought the idea was amazing. Then you have to follow a path to reach the mage state. For the first prompt, I chose an author's debut, and for that one I selected The Perfect Marriage again. because, you know, it would fit the other readathon, and it worked perfectly. For the second prompt, I chose Book with a Map, that is Children of Virtue and Vengeance. For the third prompt, I chose Future and Friendship, and for that one, I'll read The Three Musketeers by Alexandre Dumas. And last but not least, and for 5-star prediction in this case, I chose A Study in Scarlet by Arthur Conan Doyle. Is one of the Sherlock Holmes stories. Then, finally, after years of wanting to participate, a year of wanting to participate, I'm going to get into the tropical readathon. I'll link the announcement video down below, which I really liked, and I love that it's based on tropes, but before, like, I had a TBR that wouldn't allow me to fit any book, so I couldn't participate, and this month was like, okay, I have to. This is my last chance to start it. So I'll let you know what the prompts are and the books I chose for that. 1, absent or dead parent under a pseudonym, and for that one I chose, because I know you have a prompt and an alternate prompt. I chose the alternate, reading under a pseudonym, and for that I chose My Brilliant Friend by Elena Ferrante, because nobody knows who they are. And I'm reading this one for the Eurovision-thon book club. I should have read it in July, but in July I read the one for August that was Invisible Life of Addie LaRue. So basically I just exchanged the books. Then for Time Loop, we have a reread, and for that one I'm going to better read this one in a read-along for with another Spanish booktuber, and is The Shadow of the Wind by Carlos Ruiz Zafón, which is one of my all-time favorites. Prompt 3 is Found Family or Buddy Read or Group Read, and for that one I chose A Haiti Game, and I forgot the name of the author, so I'll add the cover here. And because I'm going to buddy read these with KJ, she's another booktuber, and this is also the bi-monthly book club pick of the month for the Contemporary Book Club. Okay, I had to delete a few videos from my phone because there was no more space, there's not much. So here I'm back. Now, prompt number 4, coming of age or main character age, same age as me. And for that one I chose a coming of age, if I remember where I put it in this time. Oh, here it is. Okay. That is Aristotle and Dante Discover the Secrets of the Universe by Benjamin Alire Sainz. And I don't know, but I've heard great things about this one. This is a contemporary, YA contemporary, should be quite a quick read. So I had no issues including this one in my monthly TBR. Oh, and I know it's LGBTQIA+. Then from number 5 is food themed book or BT book, which means 500 plus pages. And this one is, I believe, 625. No. A bit more. 632. So it's perfect, and that's The Three Musketeers by Alexandre Dumas. Then Blast from the Past, book published before 2000. For that one I chose Singing in the Shower by Jorge Marona and Neil Samper. I always forget the names. That is a non-fiction. Then Mixed Media, audiobook or ebook, and for that one I chose Daughters of Sparta. And I was really dying to get to this one, so yes. From number 8, post-apocalyptic or Fire on the Cover. And for that one, I chose There's Fire If You See Next to the Wing, Flame in the Mist by René Adieu. For prompt number 9, historical figure or published in 2021, I chose The Maidens by Alex Michaelides. I think it's a thriller, and I already read The Silent Patient with my friend Liz, and I really, really, really loved it. So let's see what happens with this one. Prompt number 10 is all happens in one day or read a book in 24 hours. And for that one, I'll listen to Your All Mine, which is an audiobook kindly given to me by the author in exchange for an honest review. Then for prompt number 11, multiple POVs or multiple POC characters, I'm going to listen to Separate and Dove by Shelby Mahurin. I'll add it on the screen here. It's the first one in a duology, I believe, or trilogy, and is a YA fantasy. And I believe there's romance too, and I know nothing else about it. Yeah, I somehow managed to avoid spoilers. For prompt number 12, The New Kid in Town, or genre you don't usually read, I'm going to read a Kennethon by Magib or Magwid Mahfouz. I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing. The name is in Arabic and I don't speak Arabic yet. But it's quite a thin book and it's a non-fiction about history. Then for prompt number 13, a retelling TV or retelling slash TV or movie adaptation. I chose The Eye of the World by Robert Jordan for my read along. And then there are 2 team-based prompts. The point system, you'd rather check their announcement video. I decided to join Team Fantasy this time. And for this one, we have Derby Dragons. And for that one, I'll finally attempt to finish The Priory of the Orange Tree by Samantha Shannon. And featuring the prophecy trope. And for that, I chose Bands of Mourning by Brandon Sanderson. And then there are 2 group books, The Extraordinaries and She Who Became the Sun. She Who Became the Sun is too expensive at the moment for me because it's a new book. So I read The Extraordinaries. I'll fit in as I reread. I hope you liked this video. If you liked it, don't forget to click like down here and comment. Let me know what you read in the month of July, how successful you were regarding what you wanted to read or what you had set yourself to read initially. Also, tell me what you're reading in August or what you're planning to read, or if you're a mood reader, what is the first book you want to read. And I hope you have a wonderful reading month of August. If you like my videos, don't forget to subscribe to my channel, click the bell for notifications, and I hope to see you soon back on my channel. Bye!